What's going on? It's your counselor, Polly Rob. Welcome to another episode of the Polly Rob podcast. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe and become a member. Let's get right into it. Our history, our hip hop history is very, very sacred and special to those who are real hip hop heads, right? We live, breathe, enjoy, cry to music. It's like our ultimate emotion setter. You know what I mean? From records, from R&B to hip hop to grittiness to emotional, conceptual. That's just what it is. In the midst of that, we've grown to actually develop some type of relationship musically and creatively with our artists that we love. You know what I mean? Artists that I listen to, I have a special connection with the songs that they put out because it resonates to my memories. When I hear a certain song, I can definitely just remember the memory that I had when I was playing the song. You know what I mean? On top of that, if you know me and you know my story, you know that I've had the privilege of living on both coasts, New York, Brooklyn, New York, and Inglewood, California. So I got a little bit of both in me, which it always saddens me when we get into these situations of hearing about news that our legends are beefing. You know what I mean? Especially if those set legends are from the same crew. That's even worse to me. And here we are, another day, another week, another month of hip hop, and we have two legends going at it from the West Coast. Both dog pound gangsters, both have sold millions of records, and both is from the trenches from their area. I'm talking about Snoop Dogg and Dillinger. Who would have ever thought that I would be doing a breakdown, a news reaction video about Snoop Dogg and Dillinger beefing? Now, from what I hear, and I don't have all the details, but from what I hear, Daz made a video about Snoop because apparently he's angry at Snoop because he got wind that Snoop Dogg signed, or I guess got some paperwork that states that he owns a good portion of the catalog in Death Row where Dog Pound, Daz Dillinger produced records, and a lot of legendary songs that Daz was a part of. He has the masters for it, or the rights to it, per se. And in having those rights, Daz is saying that Snoop is going to pretty much sell the entire Death Row catalog, which includes Daz Dillinger's produced beats and produced records, in that same sale, which will equal close to $1 billion payout. So Snoop is going to sell the entire Death Row catalog, the back catalog, for over $1 billion. And Daz is pissed because he know he's contributed a great amount to that Death Row legacy, and he wants his money. Now, it looks like that he made the video because he got wind of the information and it was no conversation prior. Snoop didn't come to him and say, hey, you know what I'm saying, I'm about to do this deal. Let's break bread, yada, yada, yada. I don't even know if that was Snoop's intention or not. Hopefully it is, you know what I mean, to break bread with everybody that's contributed in some shape or fashion of that whole catalog. But Daz is pissed. He put out his video, said a couple things that I feel like, family and, best buddies that's made history shouldn't say. But Snoop had his own video to make, and Snoop kept it very simple and, definitely wasn't classy, but it was very simple. He was pretty much saying that he was going to or mess up Daz Dillinger financially. I don't know what that means. We all don't know what that means, but it could go two ways. Maybe he's saying he's going to get this deal done, or he's going to do something financially that is going to level him up 10 times over what Daz will make, or kind of almost sounds like he's going to do something that's going to take away from him as well. Either way, not a good look. Not a good look for the legacy of the Dogg Pound and Death Row included. You know what I mean? But I do understand when decisions are being made without you, you have the right to say something. When decisions are being made without you and your consent and your approval, and it has everything to do with what you've made and created, you have the right to say something. You have the right to lash out. You have the right to speak publicly. I would have liked, and I don't know for sure if this has not happened, but I would have liked for them to talk privately as well. Talk privately first before you bring it to the people, because when you bring it to the people, guess what we do? We report it. I'll say this. I do understand on Daz's side, especially when you've produced records. You want your credit, you want your money. That's just what it is. I'm a producer myself. You know what I'm saying? Local astronauts, you already know. Look us up. Stream our music. We put in work. I put in work. My team of producers and songwriters, we all put in work. So we want our credit and we want our money. If there's money, let's split it. That's just what it is. You know what I mean? So I understand that. I also understand Snoop Dogg and the idea of possibly selling the entire catalog. Maybe he wants to move on to bigger and better things, and it takes money and capital, money that he probably doesn't want to spend out of his own personal, to be able to build Death Row Records into the new millennium. Maybe that's the option. Maybe he wants to sell the old catalog, or I'm assuming it's a portion of the catalog, because when you can either sell the whole entire catalog and all the masters, or you can sell a portion of it for a certain amount of money. I don't know if the whole catalog is worth over $1 billion, but obviously it's worth close to that, because Snoop is trying to get that off. But I do understand trying to make one big play for a bigger play in the future. You know what I mean? Hip hop has been here for 50 plus years. But who's to say that particular music is going to generate another $1 billion or $2 billion just from Death Row's catalog? Who knows? I believe it will, but as long as the people that he's selling the catalog to, if they believe it's going to make over that, get your paper. Is it going to be preserved properly by the right people? Who knows? But sometimes you got to make certain plays to make bigger plays. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. We've seen deals, like this happen. We've seen people sell their catalogs within the past 10, 20 years. It happens. Not just in hip hop, all different genres of music. It happens. People sell their catalogs because it actually costs money and takes a lot of time for you to actually, work those records still and get money from them. It's just going to accumulate money from streams and sales and things like that and just go to your account. You got to put the work in. You got to create greatest hits. You have to pitch the music to TV and film constantly. You got to try to pitch it to commercials, try to get it on NFL Network, try to get it on ESPN. You still have to have a publishing company to do those things to generate the money. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So some people sell their entire catalog, Some people sell their entire catalog because they know that they don't have the capacity and the team to work the records properly to get the money to come in. But the companies that they sell to, they do. They got more money to market. They got more money to pitch it. They got more money to, continue to put the records out so it can get residual income. They have the the team or the resources or the marketing, the publishing skill to do that. A lot of artists don't. And maybe Snoop is just trying to come anew and say, look, let's take Death Row Records into the next 30 years. Maybe that's the idea. All in all, I don't like the bickering at all. I hope they come to the table. We grown men. We all grown men. We all looking for the biggest payout of our lives. But they need to have a conversation. They've been in the game too long. They know each other like front to back. So they, as much as they know what they can say to piss off each other, they also know what to say to calm each other down, to have a real conversation. They know exactly what needs to be said to have a real conversation and bring it full circle. And I don't want this to get too bad to where it ruins the legacy of the music. Listen, I don't know about y'all. It may be different for you. But for me, when the scandals and all the crazy stuff come, it really hurts. It really hurts me to listen to the music, knowing that all this stuff is just out in the open. Not saying that I'm not gonna listen to it because it's still fire, but it's just that thing in the back of your mind. It's like, man, they beefing now. Oh, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? We don't want that. We want to continue to see Dogg Pound go for another 30 years. We want to continue to see Snoop Dogg continue to trailblaze and do new things. You know what I'm saying? He got a whole Death Row Records label, out there. I think he got October London. He got Jane Hancock. He got I think D Smoke signed over there too for an album or two. He got some hitters over there. They got some hitters over there. Death Row can really come anew. But do it the right way. Don't do it by destroying the old family or destroying the magic of what y'all have done before. Try to make it right with everybody. Put everybody in the best position. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to break somebody financially, Snoop. Come on, man. You the big homie. Come on. Snoop, I love you. You the big homie. Do some big homie shit in this moment. You know what I'm saying? Show everybody how it's supposed to be done. Show Daz if you really are looking out in the best interest of him and moving forward. Show Daz how it's supposed to be done. Daz, you show Snoop how y'all can come to the table and make it right. I know Daz is about his paper. I understand it. I respect it. But y'all, first off, y'all love each other. And y'all been knowing each other for too long. So let's make it right. Let's do that. And let's move forward because we want to hear greatness. Let me know what y'all think in the comments about this situation. Do you think Daz is right or wrong? Do you think Snoop is right or wrong? And what do you think is the best solution to rectify the situation so they could come to terms? Because I would love for all of them to get papered up. Not just Daz, but Corrupt, but Lady of Rage, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that contributed, DOC, everybody that contributed to those great records. Everybody get their paper and let's move forward. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all been getting my subscribers to go up. Yo, listen. I'm almost close to 1,600 subscribers, man. I appreciate that. Keep streaming the content. Let's keep having these conversations in the comments. And when I get to 1,600 subscribers, I'm going to do something special for y'all. I'm really going to do something special for y'all, for real. Let me know what it is, man. I appreciate y'all. Workload.